Hello, it's Michael Curry from Portland, Oregon. This is Michael Curry Design, a place that's usually abuzz with energy and bodies, between puppets and costumes and all the associated crafts and effects that we do. We're usually 50 people. Now we're about 18 people, pacing ourselves. I like the analogy of that I'm the captain of the ship. I'm rationing biscuits because I can see the shore. We're a year into the pandemic today. The first case was 1 year ago in Seattle. And so we've all had time to adjust to this new reality. I wanted to talk about the Costume Industry Coalition and how important it is that we help connect each other. It's a small industry. It's fragile at the best of times, especially now with live theater being in an absolute paralysis. We all think that in 6 months or a year, but there's going to even be a startup time. It's very important for us to care deeply about our continuing connection. So I urge you to the costumeindustrycoalition.com. Please extend the message of this connection and this coalition to in any way you can, to your congressman. It's important that funding be established to connect the dots of this industry, because it will reemerge strong, but the tragedy would be it would not reemerge the same way. It would not have the same participants, people dropping out. So many companies I work with, the Broadway shows, the Cirque du Soleil spectacles, even the Olympic Games opening ceremonies, we're all just stopped. And what is very important is to maintain a level of professionalism during this time and funding the basic essentials. So I urge you to please contribute in any way you can, but more than anything on social media, extend this message. I don't have to tell any of you how important the craft work, the associated artisanry, the costume workroom is a special place. And those of you that have been in them know what I mean. It's the most social beehive activity, and it is necessarily close work. It's all hands on deck sort of work. So they're especially hurt because we can't come together and do this work. Sure, we're practicing, we're learning new skills, but what we want to do is engage the audience again. This will be happening, but it's still some time off. We know that. We quit making false predictions. Now it's just a case that we start looking in annual terms instead of monthly terms. I just urge you to please join as you can, and please try to honor these wonderful unsung heroes that are the costume industry itself and the Costume Industry Coalition. Those 55 members are the tip of the iceberg of a broadening group of people who depend on them for the work. And it starts to blow your mind when you start looking at the way it extends out into the world and how many people are affected by this stoppage in work. It's nobody's fault. However, there is some fault if we don't stay together and work together toward making sure we're as strong as possible when we do reemerge doing our craft that we love so much. Thank you. Michael Curry from Portland.